Hey, hey, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. How you doing? How you doing? Mm, mm, mm. I appreciate y'all joining my live tonight. Thank you, everybody who is tuning in. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Y'all know how I do. A few more minutes. Hey, everybody. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. Hey, Cami. Hey, Desire. Hey, Antoinette. Thank y'all for joining. Hey, Weird Apple. Hey, E-Lady. Make sure y'all go ahead and drop the green hearts. Make sure y'all go ahead and give me a thumbs up so we could go ahead and get started. I'm going to wait a few more minutes and let a few more people into the live. Once we get those thumbs up, we can get a few more people in there. Hey, Sadia. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for dropping the green hearts. Thank you, Desire, for doing like the countdown time for the live. Y'all are so funny in here. I have my regular, degular, schmegular A1s in here. So your girl has been out shopping and out just all day, ripping and running, ripping and running. But I've been working on new content for you all for 2021. Like, y'all just don't know. I'm so excited about what is to come for my channel in 2021, for my business in 2021, and for my business Instagram in 2021. I'm putting like so much effort into it, so much more energy into it, so much more quality content into it for you all to try to answer you all's questions and be more intentional. So that's going to be my word for 2021, is to be more intentional with what I put out. So I'm just super duper excited. I literally been planning my planning in my planner and in my notebook, like writing down. I got like 3-4 pages of video topic ideas. So if you all have any particular video topic ideas, please let me know in the comments section what your video topic suggestions are, because I'm definitely going to be, looking at that stuff and gearing my content toward that stuff. Let me go ahead and do my intro. Thank you all for joining. I am Army Princess, U.S. Army soldier. I've been in the military for over 10 years now, and I love to share my experiences with you all to help you all become the best service members you can be. So a lot of my core audience is people that are considering joining the military. So they have questions on what the military is like, how to prepare for the military, and how, the military is going to be for them. So I try to gear a lot of my content towards those type of topics. And in 2021, I'm going to be very intentional in what I put out. A lot of the topics and the content will shift from what it's like planning and preparing for basic training to what it's like to plan and prepare for your career so that you can have a successful, long-lasting career. There are people that are going to have so many things happen to them throughout the course of their career, whether they get promoted, whether they go officer, whether they get out, whether they become mothers, whether they, do those special duty assignments that we talked about. And so I want you all to get in the mindset of planning and preparing for your future in the military so that when those things happen, it's not a surprise. You're not scared. You know how to shift and navigate through your own career so that you can have a successful career. So that's my goal for 2021. I'm going to be doing a lot more vlogs, and I'm going to share my life through my vlogs, but it's going to be intentional so that you get something out of the vlog. So each and every vlog, you will get a lesson out of that vlog. So I've already started recording. I actually recorded a vlog today, and that one will probably go up between now and the new year. But I just want to kind of fill you all in on what's to come for my channel and what direction my channel came from and what is to come in the future. So with all that being said, I thought of this topic idea because, like I said, I have a lot of people that are thinking about joining the military. And as Cami said, I don't want Vlogmas to end. But I was just thinking, and I'm like, how can I share some of my experiences with my subscribers to help better them for their future? And there's some people that are already in, there's some people that are in various steps of the process of joining the military, whether they are thinking about joining or they already went through basic training in AIT. But I thought of this list. I have my list here of 5 things that I wish I knew before I joined the military. Some of these these things might resonate with you. Some of these things might be familiar to you. Some of these things might be brand new that you never even thought about. But at least if we speak it into the atmosphere, if it's out there, it may be able to help somebody so that when they join or while they're in, they can kind of think back on these things and they can, just be like, oh, I thought of that. I heard of that. This is how I'm going to navigate through it. I'm good. Thank you. So my number one tip, and we're going to talk through all of these tips. It's not numbered in like 1 being the best and 5 being the least. It's just kind of like how I thought them out in my head. So the first one that I have is that I didn't need to try to hold on to people from home. So you will experience when you join the military that, of course, when you initially join, you still kind of tied and connected to the people back home. That is, of course, natural. And when I say the hold on to people at home, I'm talking about like friends. Now, if you married and you have kids, of course, you do need to hold on to those people. Those people need to be coming with you. But I'm talking about friends, maybe distant relatives, just people that you maybe grew up with. Sometimes people feel the need to have to hold on to those people and carry those people along with them. And sometimes I really do believe that there are seasons in your life, seasons that happen just like fall, spring, winter. There are seasons that you will go through in your life, and everybody is not meant to go into the next season with you. Just like them leaves fall off the tree in fall and they're not there when it come around for summer because there's some new leaves that come. That's exactly what happens with people in your life. And I feel like more so in the military it happens because you have people that you may have grown up with. Like me, for example, I have people that I grew up with that were my bestest of bestest friends. We were connected at the hip. And then when I joined the military, I was still trying to call those people. I'm all the way in Japan. It's a 12-hour time difference. And I'm trying to shift my time to stay up late to call the people back home just to check on what they doing and what's going on in the news and the gossip. And eventually, as I grew and as I evolved as the person that I am, those people we kind of spread our wings. We kind of spread apart from those people. And I, of course, I'm still friends with some of those people, but it's not like we're connected at the hip like we used to be. And I didn't understand that. I didn't grasp that concept when I first joined the military. I thought this is my best friend, or these are my people who I knew my whole life. These are the people that I'm going to carry along with me throughout my career. And sometimes it's good to just kind of let go. And I'm not saying you have to just cut off all ties with your friends when you join the military, but it's something that will probably naturally happen. And had I known that when I joined, I wouldn't have been so hard pressed to try to hold on to them. Like I'm over here, I have to go to work, I have to do training, I have to get up and do PT, but I'm sacrificing my sleep and my personal time to stay up on the phone with the 12-hour time distance to call back home to see what other people doing. When those people ain't worried about me, those people living their life, those people still hanging out, going to the club, doing all the stuff they was doing when I left. But I'm sacrificing my sleep and I'm sacrificing my time. And it comes to a point when you just got to let people go. If it happens naturally, if that door closes, you do not need to be trying to find the key to unlock the door. The door closed. It closed for a reason. You're going to be moving into a next season in your life. Let it go. So Logan said, friends come and go, family stay forever. Yes, that is true. Friends come and go. You just like and I wouldn't say I lost that friend because I'm still friends with her. I still consider her my best friend because she was my childhood friend, but I gained new friends. We talked about this yesterday. I gained new battle buddies that are like closer to me now and in this season of my life than I would say, when I was growing up, when that person was. So just like you lose friends, you gain friends. They come and go. With every duty station, you're going to make friends. You're going to leave friends. It's just a natural ecosystem of being in the military. So just know that you don't need to try to hold on to those friends from back home. If they go, they go. Number 2, prioritize change. And so I prioritize change and my goals. So this kind of ties into number 1. Before I joined the military, I did not have any type of, like I didn't really think about my future, like long term, my future. and my goals and what I wanted to achieve, what I wanted to get out of the military, I kind of just like, hey, I'm here. I passed MEPS, basic training at AIT. I'm here. What do you need me to do for you, Mr. Uncle Sam? But if I would have prioritized even before I joined, that's why I'm so big on educating people, on having people do their own research, on weighing the pros and cons, on what's best for you, what's the best branch for you, what's the best job for you before you join the military, so that you can set yourself up for success in the long run. If I would have did that, if I would have prioritized what I wanted out of the military, what I wanted to achieve, I could have laid out my whole 20-year career path. I could have been on that career path from the time I stepped out of AIT up until now, and I would have known what I needed to do. I could have fast tracked. I could have set stuff in motion to be able to achieve those goals sooner or faster, or to make sure that I actually achieve those goals. So if you're thinking about joining the military, or if you are in the beginning stages of your career, you need to really sit down, get a mentor, because you're not going to be able to do it by yourself, because you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. But get you a mentor, somebody that you trust, somebody that you look up to, that you see in the military. This is a military mentor. It doesn't have to be your direct supervisor. It doesn't have to be like your battle buddy. It probably shouldn't be your battle buddy. It should be somebody that's going to give it to you straight, tell it to you straight. Hey, you look up to them. I see this person is very successful. I see this is what I want to achieve when I get to that rank, or when I get to that level in my career. And you sit down and you talk to them. What did you do to get where you are? Those are the people that can help you build a career path so that you have a long, successful career. If you talking to the same person that went to basic training with you, they don't know how to help you get up there, because they haven't gotten up there yet. You need somebody that's, I would say, at least 2 pay grades ahead of you, that is going into the direction that you want to see yourself going. You sit down with them, you ask them how they got to where they are, and you sit down and devise a long-term career plan for yourself. Set yourself up for success. Don't depend on anybody else. Don't depend on the military to do it. Don't depend on your battle buddy to do it. You have to do it on your own, and you have to get in front of it, basically, is what I'm saying. So I said, if I would have prioritized that things are going to change and prioritize my goals in my career, then I would have been better off now. And what I mean by things changing is that I just was in the rhythm, or in the flow of, I joined for 4 years. Like, I initially signed my contract for 4 years. I'm doing X, Y, and Z in those 4 years, and I'm getting out. I didn't mentally prepare that, hey, I might get married, or hey, I might fall in love, or hey, you know what I mean, I might want to go to this duty station, and I have to re-enlist. And now that has changed the course of what my original plan of 4 years was. So I didn't prioritize that. I didn't even think about that. So those are the things you want to think about. What happens if you get hurt? Like, so you have this whole pretty 20-year plan laid out, and you end up getting hurt, busting a knee, or, you know, throwing your back out, or messing up a shoulder. And now you haven't even started college when you said you was going to start in 4 years, but something else happened, and now you get hurt in year 2. What is going to be your fallback plan? You need to think of all of that stuff. So make sure you prioritize and think about it. Number 3, distance will show you who your real friends are. Hey, thank you. It came out of my live to hurry up to this one. Thank you for joining. Thank y'all for joining. Make sure y'all go ahead and keep hitting that thumbs up button so that we can get more people in this live. So my number 3 is, distance will show you who your real friends are. And this is kind of tying into number 1. But I would say more so it's just an overall encompass, because even like how I mentioned that I made those 3 strong battle buddies. Them was my bestie battle buddies in year 1 of my career. They are no longer my bestie battle buddies in 13 years in the military. Not that we fell out or anything. I just think distance does that to people. We haven't lived in the same cities in 13 years. So you grow apart from people, you grow older, you have different goals, you fall into different circles. I'm now married with a husband and kids, and they're still single. So we're not in the same circles. My friends from back home, I hardly ever talk to them on the phone. That same friend that I was just telling y'all that we were stuck to the hip before I joined the military, I can't tell you the last time I talked to her on the phone. Now, we talk on Facebook, we social media friends, But guess what? I have a business. That friend has not bought anything from me in my business. And I'm not mad because I don't expect people to, you shouldn't expect people to support you. You need to support yourself. I can't expect anybody else to do anything for me. I can only depend on myself and count on myself. But I realize that the distance will really show you who your real friends are, because I have a best friend still from back home who has bought everything out of my Army Princess Collection shop, who comes to visit me at every single duty station. So just keep in mind that the friends that you may have when you initially join the military, your battle buddy, we had people yesterday, Desiree said she wanted her battle buddy to be funny and happy, and it's Cammie said she wanted a battle buddy. Your battle buddies that you have in year 1 and year 2 and those basic training and AIT battle buddies may not be the same battle buddies you have 10 years into your career. So you just have to keep that in mind. And it's not that you fall out with people. It's not that people act funny. It's just that people just grow in separate directions, and you have to mentally prepare for that. Because if you don't, you're going to be bitter and mad and think that somebody over there mad at you when they really got their own life going on. So just keep that into account. Before I get to my number 4, my number 5, I need y'all to go ahead and drop those green hearts in the comment section, please. Thank you. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, please. And y'all just kind of chime in and let me know so far, like how y'all feeling about some of the number 1, number 2, and number 3 that I brought up. Is this something that you thought about? Is it something that you're experiencing now for the people that are in the military or the people that have been in the military? Because I do have people in my live now that have been in the military. I'm telling y'all, like, some of the stuff that I experienced or the things that happened to me, you know, before I joined the military, if I would have known, if I would have had the foresight, then I could have really spared myself some of the heartache and pain. But it's just a learning lesson, and it's just things that happen, you know, that you will learn throughout your career. So this is like a part 1, the 5 things I wish I knew before I joined. And I'm definitely going to come back with a part 2, the 5 things that I learned since I've been in the military. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll drop that either tomorrow or the next day, because we only have a few more days of Vlogmas left. All right. So number 4, this is a big one. So this is a good one. This is one that I really, I mean, I can't fault myself because, like I said, you don't know what you don't know. But this is one that I think applies to literally everybody that joins the military. It depends on you. It depends on how much effort you put into it and how much you plan and prepare for your future. So the 4th thing that I wish I knew before I joined the military was that the military has so many tools to help you succeed. When I tell y'all, the military has so many tools, so many things put in place to help you do pretty much anything you need to do. I'm talking about from getting a college degree. That's the basics. Like, if you don't get some type of education out of your time in the military, then that's on you, and you dead wrong. But I'm talking about VA loans. I'm talking about the healthcare benefits. I'm talking about being able to become a doctor dang near, being able to become a pharmacist, being able to get all of your student loans paid back, being able to get your debt paid off when you join. Like, for me, and a lot of people don't know this, but I have a whole playlist on my channel, is that the military helped me have my kids. Literally. When I say literally. So for the people who don't know, I went through IVF twice in the military. IVF is when they basically grow your baby in a petri dish and they put it back in your stomach, and then you end up having a baby. So both of my kids were IVF babies that I did not have to pay for because the military paid for a majority of it. There was some fees, of course, but the military paid for a majority of it. But you tell me what Walmart job, what bank job, what CVS job is going to pay for you to go through IVF. That's stuff that comes out of your insurance. And if you have that type of insurance plan, then they'll pay for it. But I'm saying the military has so many things, so many tools put in place, tools for your family. Like, English, if English is not your first language, they'll go, you can go through classes. You got classes to do everything, classes for your spouse, like so much stuff that you all just have to research. Please, please, please research it when you coming in, when you join the military, when you get to your first duty station. Go to the education center and see what they have to offer. But the military has so many programs, so many grants, so many, just everything that you can use that's available to you to set you up for success. It's on you. It's up to you to do your research to find out what you need, what you want, so that you can be successful in whether you decide to stay in the military or get out. You just have to put in the research to be able to do it. So make sure, like this right here, I'm not gonna say it irritates me, it really hurts me when I see people do 2, 3, 4, and 5 years and they come out with nothing. There should be no reason why you come out the military with nothing, because guess what? Uncle Sam is going to take from you. They going to get everything they wanted out of you. So please get what you need from them, whether you want to go to school, whether you want to be a pharmacist, whether you want to buy a house, whatever it is, you need to do your research and figure it out. I bet you the military got some kind of plan or some kind of grant or some kind of program for you to be able to get it. So please take advantage. And then my last tip is really near and dear to my heart, because like I told y'all, when I initially joined the military, I said I was doing 4 years. I was getting my degree, my bachelor's degree, and I was getting out. Your girl is now sitting at 13 years deep. I do have my bachelor's degree, but I am behind the power curve because in my head, in my little head, when I joined, I said I'm doing 4 years and getting out. I didn't know military preparation. And this is why I'm so big on having people plan out their full career. Whether you initially plan on doing 20 or not, plan it out like you're doing 20. Live your life while you're in the military like you're doing 20. What happened to me was I said, I'm doing 4, I'm getting my college degree, and I'm getting out. The first 4 years of my military, that's all I did was focus on my college degree. I didn't do any board prep. I didn't do any military correspondence courses. I didn't do any type of military related stuff. That's the stuff that, like we talked about at the beginning of the month, the special duty assignment prep stuff, the stuff to help me get promoted early. I didn't do any of that in the first 4 years, which put me way behind the power curve. So now that I'm at 13 years in, there's people that are sergeant first class sitting in 13 years that are, that outrank me, but I'm behind the power curve because the first 4 to 5 years, I didn't do any military prep. It wasn't until year 4 when I was about to get out the military and decided that I want to stay in longer that I started to do military related prep stuff, like military career related stuff. And so if I would have planned like I was doing 20 from the beginning, I could have still did my college stuff, but in the meantime, I should have been working on my military stuff too, my correspondence courses, my board prep, going to the Soldier of the Month, going to the promotion board. I would have still been in a line. So if I decided to stay in like I end up doing, I wouldn't be behind the power curve. So I tell all of my soldiers when I sit down with them and I do their monthly counselings, especially when I get brand new soldiers from basic training and AIT who have no concept of what the military is, what the military does, and what their role is in the military, I tell them, what are your short-term goals? What are your long-term goals? You should plan it out. What I want to achieve in the first year, what I want to achieve in the first 5 years, and what I want to achieve in 20 years of me being in the military. Plan all of that stuff out. Set yourself up for success. Do your research. And I guarantee you will have a successful, long-lasting career in the military. And hang with the right crowd. Get you a mentor. Don't hang with the riffraff. Because them the ones that got nothing to lose. And them the ones that get the Article 15s and get you in trouble. And then you get kicked out the military. So please find you some good battle buddies. We were talking about battle buddies yesterday. Find you some good ones, some ones that's going places, the ones that's motivated, the ones that want to progress in their career, and you will be better set up for success, I guarantee. So Let me go back to some of the comments. Ricky Bowden said, I have my post Army. I still have 9 post Army, but I understand that it's a rare. Came out of my live to hurry up to get to this one. Thank you for coming out of your live. Logan said, it's part of life. Sabrina said, I've been in the military 2 months now and start basic training in March. I relate to all 3 points. Only time will tell. Yes. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. Ricky Bowden said, I'm a living witness. Big Bro said, all facts, 16 years in this thing and still learning. Strong advice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Like you are never above learning. I want y'all to take that too. Like I'm 13 years in and I'm still learning. I'll be like, well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was an MOS. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know that was a benefit. Like, so I'm still learning, and you should really, really, when you join, you should really get into like getting the information, learning the regulations, learning what you need to do to be successful. Madam Paka said, wow, I never ever thought they would cover that. Yes, they do. They cover the medical and they cover most of it. Not like 100%, but most of it. It's Cammie said, yes, I'm experiencing as a teenager who is my real friends and who isn't. What advice do you have for prioritizing if I get hurt in the military, or a fallback plan for the military, for if the military isn't you? So I would say, like I always say, when you pick your job, you should be picking a job that you see yourself doing long term, something that will set you up for success long term. And you should be working towards that long term goal actively all the time. So let's say, for example, because I'm going to stick with the medical examples because it's what I know best. So let's say, Cammie, for example, you want to be a pharmacist. That is your lifelong goal. You can see yourself doing it when you're 40 years old. So what you should do is when you go to MEPS, you should be aiming towards either number 1, a pharmacy technician job, or number 2, seeing how you can do the pharmacy program. But that's more so like if you come in as a pharmacist, like out of college. But let's say you're coming in straight out of high school and you do the pharmacy technician, 68 Quebec. There's courses and stuff that you can be taking to still become a pharmacist while you're active duty military. So you should be trying to figure out what programs are going to help you become a pharmacist. You should enroll in college while you're in and see what college classes you need to become a pharmacist. You should be doing all the steps, the necessary steps and precautions so that you can ultimately one day become a pharmacist, because that's your goal. So if you happen to get hurt while you're in, you've already had the plan laid out. You already have started taking college classes, or you know what college you need to go to. So if you get hurt and when you get out, now you can use your GI Bill to go to that school, and you can stay on track. You're not going to veer too much off track because you've laid out your plan. All you have to do is follow it. There may be a little detour in the road, but you still have your original plan that you could follow. It doesn't matter whether you were in or not in to get to that goal. Now, let's say you were in and you were doing the military program that's like kind of like Green to Gold, or they have a program where you go in and you become a pharmacist, but you could still take that same path the opposite way through civilian college. So you should always actively be working towards that goal. So if you get hurt and you get kicked out, then you just go the civilian route, but you should be saving your money. Like, so that's another big part, and that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day, but you should be saving your money. I have a soldier right now that is probably going to get out. She literally just came here. She'd been in the military maybe 2 years. This is her very first duty station. She fell on her own at her house and broke her arm. Her arm is not doing good. So now she can't lift the weight that she needs to do to take the PT test. They're talking about probably kicking her out. She's probably going to get medically retired or med boarded out of the military. She's a single mom with a daughter. I told her, you need to start planning now. It sounds bad. It looks bad. We never know. Hey, maybe your arm might get better, but maybe it won't. And what's going to happen? You need to start saving your money now. She's in college. She's been in college since she came here. So she's in college. She has maybe 2 or 3 more classes until she graduates. I told her, you need to make sure you stick on your path to finishing your school, at least finish your college by the time you get out. So once you get out, you're done with school. All you got to focus on now is getting a job with that college degree that you earned. But basically, the long gist of it is develop a plan and stick to that plan and do what you need to do. It's very hard for people that say, I want to be a dentist, but then they join as an 88 mic. Like you way over here from your original overall goal. And it's going to be harder to get there. Not saying if you're 88 mic, you can't never be a dentist. It's just going to be harder for you to get there. So set yourself up now for success and develop a plan. Shoot Better said, great advice. Thank you. Desire, I know this is a stupid question, but can you be in 2 branches? No, you cannot, Desire. Not that I know of. No, you cannot. I mean, I guess maybe if you do like reserve, I don't even think you could do that. I ain't even gonna put nothing crazy out there. I really don't think you can do that. Sabrina said, yes, I plan to do my 20 years. Okay, go ahead on, girl. Because I really didn't think I was doing 20 when I joined. It's Cammie said, I plan to do 4 years too, but now you got me thinking. Just always plan and prepare like you doing 20. Whether you get it in your head that you doing 4, plan like you're doing 20. That way, if you do 4 and get out, is no, what is it? Sweat off your back. But if something happen and you get promoted, you get married, whatever the case may be, they send you to your dream duty station, and now you're like, I might do a little bit longer. And now you are still on that same course. You're not behind the power curve because you only said, I'm doing 4 and getting out. So plan to do 20. Madam Paka said, a lot of people online say go for the shortest enlistment just to be safe, but I low-key want to enlist for 6 years. So that depends on retention at the time. So, or, when you at MEPS, because sometimes they tell you how much you can enlist for. You don't really get an option. So like, I know for sure for pharmacy, the minimum is, I want to say 5 years. 5 years is the minimum that you can re-enlist for. And I don't even think you can re-enlist for more than 5. So some of them are based on that particular job. I know that there are some jobs, like I know for sure lab tech lab tech, those are the ones that draw the blood, work in the lab, and radiology tech, the one that shoot the x-rays, their actual AIT is 2 years long. So you got to think the military is not going to sign you up for a 2-year contract. By the time you finish school, you getting out. Like their minimum is probably 5 to 6 years because it takes 2 years to get through the courts. So it depends on the job as far as the amount of time that you can sign up for. Joanna said, is it true military is not required to take Pfizer vac? Right now, we are not required. Yes, that is true. Right now, we are not required to take it. It is voluntary, and I'm not taking it till they make me. Logan said 6 years was enough for me. That's because you was 11. Bang, bang, Logan. Is Cammie said, is it an entrepreneur MOS or something that can kind of lead you into that way to own your own business? No, I there's no MOS that's like that. That's all what you do on the side or in your own time or, off to the side. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, then I would say like you could still take business classes and stuff like that, but there's no particular job. I would say try to narrow it down into what you want to go into long term. Desire said, I plan on doing 2 years in each branch. Desire, you are very, very, what's the word? I can't even think of a good word. It's a good word. I can't think of it. Like very motivated, very, I don't know. But you know what, girl? Do you want to be a 11 Bravo, and I forgot what the other one was. You want to be in all the branches. Go ahead on, girl. I mean, I guess you could probably do, one branch and then get out and join the other branch. There are people who used to be Marines and now they're Army, or used to be Army and now they're Air Force. Like you can get out and go into another branch, but I don't think you could be in 2 branches at the same time. Sabrina said, I am a 56 mic chaplain assistant. That is one MOS that's like a under the radar MOS. That's a chill MOS. Like when I first heard of that MOS, I was like, what? That is a job, chaplain's assistant? And then chaplain assistants be having some good jobs, but they work the weekends though. My plan is to become a chaplain, but first I need a Master of Divinity degree in order to qualify to be a chaplain. See, that's good. That was your overall overarching goal, and you picked a job that's going to get you there. That is awesome. So now you got firsthand experience. You work directly with the chaplain. You know how to hold not ceremonies, but hold services. So that's awesome. You did your research and you devised a plan to get you to your overall goal. I'm happy for you. Desire said, what is the Pfizer vaccine? So the Pfizer vaccine is the COVID vaccine. So as you all know, they have developed a vaccine for COVID-19, and Pfizer is the company, I guess, that owns it, that developed it. It's a major pharmaceutical company. We have Pfizer brand tablets in the pharmacy. So it's a major pharmaceutical company, and they are the first ones, one of the first ones to develop a vaccine. I want to say there's about 3 vaccines out now, but Pfizer's is one that's FDA approved. And right now, that is the one that the military is going to receive, but it's not mandatory that everybody take it. So they're going to receive it, and it's voluntary. So if you want to volunteer to take it, you can. And then once it becomes mandatory, it's not mandatory yet. They probably say like by next summer, it will be mandatory. Then of course, they're going to start with the healthcare workers first to get it. And then it's going to like kind of trickle into the other branches. But that's what the vax is, the COVID-19 vaccine that was developed by Pfizer Pharmaceuticals. A prestigious MOS. I love it, Logan. I love it, love it, love it. Yo, 11, bravo. All right, y'all. I hope you all enjoyed these top 5 tips. I'm going to come with another banger tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow they want to go look at the lights again. So I will let y'all know. I will put a community post up to let y'all know if I'll be live or if I'll shift the time. I'm going to try to shoot for the same time because we only have a few more days until Friday. But like the family kind of been working around my schedule lately. So but yes, I'm really enjoying these live from you. I ain't gonna lie, there's some days I'll be like, ooh, I don't know what I signed myself up for, only got a few more days. But it's getting good, and we like every live we get new people in here, we get people asking good questions, we get a little bit more reach. So I really do appreciate you all hitting that thumbs up button and just dropping those green hearts and just letting me know that you all are enjoying this as well. I really do appreciate y'all showing up with me every single night. As Cammie said, it's a worse COVID wave coming around now. It's on the news, and it's 70% worse than the first COVID. I can agree, because half the people don't want to wear their masks. The other half of the people is doing their own thing. Like the clubs are still packed. Why are the clubs open? I'm sorry. I like the party just like the next one, but I really don't think the clubs and the bars need to be open, because that is not a necessity. It's unnecessary, and it is a spreader. Like we don't need to be like, I literally see the clubs packed out with people with no mask on. Why are y'all still in the club? Like I'm just confused. Like we still in the middle of a pandemic and people in the club, but whatever. Sabrina said, yes, great live. Thank you. Thank you all for dropping them green hearts. I really do appreciate it, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and end the live because I think they waiting on me to place categories. And I want some apple pie. But I will see y'all hopefully tomorrow, and I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Bye.